Judgment Day turmoil, women's tag team changes, and Seth Rollins Shield revival. A WWE spectacle post-Survivor Series. The aftermath of Survivor Series 2024 has left WWE fans buzzing with excitement and speculation. Major storylines are unfolding across Raw and SmackDown, featuring unexpected betrayals, rumored title retirements, and a potential revival of a legendary faction. In this video, we dive into 3 captivating narratives. Finn Balor's tumultuous path. Following Survivor Series. At Survivor Series 2024, Finn Balor shocked the WWE Universe by interfering in Damian Priest's World Heavyweight title match against Gunther. His attack on his former ally backfired, allowing Gunther to retain the championship. This act of betrayal has set the stage for Balor's next chapter, with multiple possibilities for his trajectory on Monday Night Raw. Number 3. Balor vs. Damian Priest, a rematch in the making. Finn Balor's actions at Survivor Series could reignite his rivalry with Damian Priest. Fans remember their heated clash at Bad Blood 2024, where Priest emerged victorious. However, Balor's interference signals unfinished business between the two. This feud could culminate in a high-stakes rematch, with Balor seeking redemption for his prior loss. The dynamic between these two former Judgment Day allies promises intense drama and thrilling in-ring action. What makes this potential feud even more enticing is the underlying tension between them, as two individuals who once shared a close bond. Balor and Priest worked together to establish Judgment Day as one of WWE's most dominant factions, and their history adds emotional weight to this rivalry. A rematch, possibly at the Royal Rumble 2024, could further cement both competitors as marquee stars on Raw. Number 2. A showdown with Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship's Survivor Series also teased a potential feud between Finn Balor and Gunther. After Balor's attack on Priest, Gunther retaliated, planting the seeds for a rivalry. Balor stepping into the World Heavyweight title picture would not only elevate his status as a singles competitor, but also create a compelling narrative. Currently holding the World Tag Team Championship with JD McDonough, Balor's ambitions could split his focus and fuel tensions within Judgment Day. Gunther has proven himself as an unstoppable force in WWE, holding on to the World Heavyweight title with an iron grip. Balor's experience, cunning, and technical skills could make him one of the most credible threats to the Ring General's dominance. However, the question remains, can Balor juggle his tag team responsibilities with McDonough while also chasing Gunther's gold? Number 1. Judgment Day's leadership crisis. Could Balor be kicked out? Finn Balor's recent actions have exposed cracks within Judgment Day. On Raw, his attempts to assert leadership clashed with Dominic Mysterio's vision for the faction. The attack on Priest at Survivor Series, reportedly without consulting the group, may have been the final straw. Tensions are mounting, and the possibility of Judgment Day ousting Balor looms large. If this happens, it could set up a dramatic storyline where Balor goes from faction leader to lone wolf, fighting to reclaim his dominance. Balor's departure from Judgment Day would have significant ramifications. The faction could either implode under the weight of internal strife or evolve into a new entity led by Dominic. Meanwhile, Balor's journey as an independent star would bring fresh opportunities for him to prove that he can thrive without the safety net of a stable. The Women's Tag Team Championship. End of an era? Another major storyline centers on the fate of the Women's Tag Team Championship. The titles, introduced in 2019, have faced numerous challenges, from injuries to backstage controversies. Survivor Series added another twist, with Jade Cargill sustaining an injury during her reign alongside Bianca Belair. Why the women's tag team titles might be retired. The lack of dedicated women's tag teams on the main roster has long been a concern. Most tandems are temporary pairings of singles competitors, which undermines the championship's prestige. This trend, coupled with the so-called curse surrounding the titles, has led to rumors of their retirement. Triple H could announce the end of the Women's Tag Team Championship on Raw, replacing it with new singles titles for each brand. This move would address the division's struggles and provide a fresh start for competitors like Bianca Belair. The curse of the women's tag team titles. The championship's history is fraught with challenges. Injuries have repeatedly forced title holders to vacate the gold, from Sonya Deville's untimely exit to the recent setback with Jade Cargill. The title has often felt more like a stepping stone for singles rivalries rather than a prize in itself. Cargill's injury not only leaves Belair without a partner, but also adds to the long list of reasons why this championship has struggled to find its footing. WWE's decision to merge the titles with NXT's Women's Tag Team Championship earlier this year seemed like an effort to consolidate resources. Yet, the move didn't solve the underlying issues plaguing the division. Retiring the titles could pave the way for a Women's Intercontinental Championship, giving stars like Belair a platform to shine. After her elimination from the Women's United States Tournament on SmackDown, Belair could redeem herself by entering this new competition. Such a shift would also allow WWE to focus on building stronger storylines for its women's roster, emphasizing individual rivalries and character development over the forced creation of makeshift tag teams. Seth Rollins and the New Shield, a bold vision for Raw. While tensions rise within Judgment Day and the women's division faces restructuring, Seth Rollins has his sights set on a game-changing plan. The visionary, still seething from recent events, could be on the brink of forming a new version of the Shield. Rollins' showdown with CM Punk. The November 27th episode of Raw featured a heated confrontation between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Their verbal exchange escalated into a brawl, only to be interrupted by Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. Rollins' frustration with his former allies boiled over, leading to a confrontation with Zayn. Zayn's challenge to Rollins could be the spark that reignites the visionary's hunger for domination. By revisiting his roots, Rollins could channel his anger into forming a faction to rival Roman Reigns' Bloodline. Punk's presence in WWE adds an unpredictable element to the storyline. Whether he aligns with or opposes Rollins, his involvement guarantees high stakes and intense drama. Building the New Shield, Rollins' new faction could include Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. Owens' feud with Cody Rhodes, who has aligned with Reigns, positions him as a natural ally for Rollins. Meanwhile, McIntyre's vendetta against the Bloodline and CM Punk aligns with Rollins' mission to dismantle Reigns' empire. The Shield was built on principles of unity, dominance, and rebellion against authority. A new version of this iconic group, led by Rollins, could bring back that same energy while introducing fresh dynamics. The addition of Owens and McIntyre would create a powerhouse trio capable of challenging anyone on the roster. The road to WrestleMania 41. If The Rock faces Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41, Seth Rollins could step up as Roman Reigns' opponent. A Rollins-led Shield revival against Reigns and the Bloodline would add layers of intrigue to the WrestleMania narrative, delivering a storyline fans won't forget. Imagine the spectacle of Rollins, Owens, and McIntyre standing tall against Reigns and his allies on the grandest stage of them all. The clash would symbolize a battle for WWE's future, with Rollins aiming to destroy the empire he once helped build. Connecting the dots, a unified WWE universe. These three storylines, Finn Balor's Judgment Day saga, the Women's Tag Team Championship dilemma, and Seth Rollins' Shield revival, highlight WWE's ability to intertwine character arcs and create compelling drama. Each narrative is rooted in personal conflict, from betrayals to power struggles, making for an electrifying road to WrestleMania season. Balor's potential expulsion from Judgment Day could lead to alliances and rivalries that reshape Raw's landscape. Meanwhile, retiring the Women's Tag Team Championship would mark a significant shift in WWE's approach to its women's division. And Rollins' audacious plan to recreate the Shield could set the stage for one of the most memorable WrestleMania feuds in recent history. As fans, we're left on the edge of our seats, eagerly anticipating how these stories will unfold. Whether it's Balor's redemption, Belair's resurgence, or Rollins' rebellion, one thing is certain: WWE is delivering storytelling at its finest.